Good morning, class. Yesterday I explained you about how the participants saw the civil disobedience movement. Now today we are going to discuss the limits of the civil disobedience movement. So yesterday we discussed that how the different social groups saw, or maybe what was the meaning of Swaraj for them for the civil disobedience movement, and when the second time when civil disobedience movement was started, after that how the different social groups responded. So now we are going to discuss over here the limits of the civil disobedience. So first point I have written over here that Congress ignored the Dalits. Dalits, that means there was a one social group which was known as the untouchables, and they called themselves till 1930 as a Dalit or oppressed persons. And even the Congress was also reluctant. Congress was also ignoring the Dalits, the untouchables or the Harijans. Reason behind, because they felt that if they started the preference to the Dalit people or to the untouchables, the Congress was in the fear that they would lost the support of the high caste Hindus, that means the Sanatans. So because of that only they were not ready to give the importance to the Dalits. That's why Congress was ignoring the Dalits. So but ultimately Mahatma Gandhi declared that Swaraj would not come in India for 100 of the years if untouchability was not eliminated, and he called these untouchables as a Harijans. Now read the second point I have written. Gandhiji organized Satyagraha for upliftment of their condition, because he considered them as a Harijan, that means the children of a god. And we know, and I think in the 8th standard also you have already read that how much discrimination was done with the untouchables in the society. They were not allowed to go in the public places, public wells, temples. They were not allowed to go to the schools. So because of that only Mahatma Gandhi, he organized a satyagraha to uplift their situation or to secure their entries into the temples, into in the schools, roads, or in the so that the accessibility of the public wells or the tanks was allowed for the Harijans. And just to uplift their situation and to make them feel that he is with them, he also started cleaning the toilets also, just to give the dignify the work of the bhangis, that means the sweepers only. And he wanted to change the heart of the upper caste people. He wanted to change the thinking or the feeling of the upper caste people, so at least they can also started feeling them that Dalit people also are the human beings. But many Dalit leaders were keen on the different political solutions to the problems of the community. I have written over here third point, Dalits demanded separate electorate. That means Gandhiji tries to uplift the situation of the Dalit people, but some untouchable peoples were finding the different solution to solve their problems. They were demanding the reserved seats in the educational institutes, and they were demanding the separate electorate so that they would also choose their Dalit member for the legislative council. And why they wanted their member in the legislative council? So that particular member could help them, he could argue for the upliftment of their situation, he could make some policies for them. That is why they wanted a separate electorate along with the reservation in the educational institutions. And hardly the Dalits from the Maharashtra and Nagpur region only they participated in the civil disobedience movement. Otherwise in the different areas the participation of the Dalits was not up to the level, and they have always felt, they believed that their problems would be resolved only when they would get the chance to get the seat in the legislative council. After that I have written over here the fourth point, B.R. Ambedkar organized Dalits into Depressed Class Association in 1930. That means he also organized the Dalits into the Depressed Class Association in 1930, but it clashed with Mahatma Gandhi at the second round table conference, because they were demanding for the separate electorate. So their interest was clashed with Mahatma Gandhi, and British government was also agreed to the demand of the untouchables, but Gandhiji was not agreed with the demand of Dalits, because he felt that if the separate electorate was given to the Dalits, it would slow down the process of the integration in the society, because he was feared that he would lose the support of the high caste society. So because of that only Gandhiji started a fast unto death, and at last Ambedkar accepted Gandhiji's demand, and at last he entered into the Pune Pact. Ambedkar accepted Gandhiji's position because Gandhiji fast into death start कर दिया था उन्होंने, because he did not want a separate electorate for Dalits. So because of that he started these steps. At last Ambedkar accepted, and the result was Pune Pact. Pune Pact is also a very important question. It gave the depressed classes reserved seats in the provincial and the central legislative council, जो कि later on कहलाया गया था scheduled caste. Okay, so this Pune Pact gave them a scheduled caste category, and they got the reserved seats in the provincial and the central legislative councils. Okay, seventh point I have written, Muslims were not responding to the civil disobedience movement after the decline of the Khilafat movement. Yeah, we know that Muslim political organizations was also there in India, and they supported the civil disobedience movement. They supported the non-cooperation movement because of the Khilafat movement, because Gandhiji saw that was the opportunity to keep Hindus and Muslims into the one umbrella. But after the decline of the non-cooperation movement, Muslims organizations was also worked as a lukewarm in the response of the civil disobedience movement, and even they started feeling themselves that they were alienated from the Congress. That means they started feeling that they were isolated from the Congress. So, and this difference was visible mid 1920s. और ये visible कब होने लगा? When Hindus nationalist group just like Hindu Mahasabha, these type of the groups was also started, then the difference between Hindus and Muslims was clearly visible, and the Muslims started feeling isolated from the Congress party, and slowly the relationship between Hindus and the Muslims become too worse, and day by day riots was increased, and because of the clashes and the riots in the various cities, the distance between the two communities was increased, and the relationship between them become too worse. And the Congress and the Muslim League try to make so many efforts so that such clashes and such type of the problems would resolve. But what was the basic demand of the Muslims? They also wanted that separate electorate in the legislative counseling, in the legislative assemblies, and the important difference was over the question of representation. That means future assemblies mein who is going to represent. That was the major question between the clashes of Hindus and the Muslim communities. And Muhammad Ali Jinnah, he was one of the leader of the Muslim League, and he was unwilling to leave his demand for the separate electorate. He was interested that if Muslims would be assured that they will get the proper reserved seats in the Central Assembly and Muslim dominated provinces just like Bengal and Punjab hai, उन population वाले area में if they would get the proper representation, then only he was ready to leave his demand only. So negotiation over this question, it was continued, and the hope of resolving the issues between Hindus and Muslims was disappeared when M.R. Jaikar of the Hindu Mahasabha, who strongly opposed the efforts. That means he started opposing the demands for the Muslims, and when the civil disobedience movement started, there was an atmosphere of a suspicion and distrust. That means Muslims were feeling that the culture and the identities of the Muslims would be finished, because India on that time it was dominated by the Hindu majority, and they felt that they were isolated from the Congress also, and the large sections of the Muslims was also not ready to the call for the united struggle. And so many intellectual persons or the leaders in the Muslim League, they were also showing the concern for the status of the Muslims minority. They started feeling themselves that they are separated from the Congress, and they started feeling themselves as the minority in the country, and they got the fear that their identity and the culture would be finished under the domination of the Hindu majority. So these were the limits of the civil disobedience. First of all, the first limit was the untouchables, because untouchables situation was also too worse before the independence. And at the time of the civil disobedience movement, so Gandhiji took too many initiatives to uplift their situation, and Congress was also reluctant to to the sufferings of the Dalits. Even they were not taking any initiative to uplift their situation. So Gandhiji organized some few satyagraha to uplift their situation. He started cleaning the toilets also by himself, just to give the dignity to their work and to change the social outlook, to change the thinking of the high caste people. After that, second thing, for the Dalits, B.R. Ambedkar also organized a depressed class association, and he also demanded the separate electorates in the legislative councils, so that their member could resolve their problems. But Gandhiji was reluctant. Gandhiji was not ready for the separate electorate for Dalits, and because of that he began a fast unto death. So after that, Ambedkar ultimately accepted his demand, and he entered into the Pune Pact. And after the Pune Pact, this depressed classes was known as a scheduled caste, and they got the reserved seats in the provincial and the central legislative councils. After that, another section of the society was the Muslims. Muslims, in the beginning, they were cooperating with Gandhiji at the time of non-cooperation and the Khilafat movement. But when that movement was called off after the Chauri Chaura incident, Muslims was not ready to respond for the united struggle, because they started feeling themselves that they were alienated from the Congress, that Congress was not fulfilling the demand of the Muslims, and even they started feeling themselves that they were minority in the Hindu majority dominated country, and their identity and their culture could be finished in the Hindu majority country. So because of that only, they also demanded for the separate electorate in the reserved seats in the Central Assembly, and they wanted the representation in the Muslim dominated provinces, just like Bengal and Punjab. But their demands, when M.R. Jaikar of the Hindu Mahasabha, when it was started, M.R. Jaikar of the Hindu Mahasabha strongly opposed to the demands of the Muslims. So because of that only, the situation become Hindus and Muslims become too worse, and every day after that, clashes and the riots was also started, and every riot deepened the distance between the two communities. Now the feeling of the nationalism, how it started, how we got the independence, everything we will discuss by tomorrow.